Netflix, you don't need cable. Hop on YouTube, welcome to the hood table, where we chop up local and global events vocally. You don't really wanna miss out on these conversations. Just joke a little, laugh a little, get that wine in your system, fill your glass a little. Expose current events, talk trash a little. You never know, these opinions might clash a little. They addicted to the content, got them binge watching. You don't like it, then you want invited. Bet your friends watching in the house and your job parking lot before you clocking. They don't wanna miss a second of this HT content. Everybody think they got something to say, so it's an open invitation, bring it to the table. But if you come whack, just know we ain't buying in. We gon' probably turn your back and tell you sorry, try again. Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable. Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Happy Sunday. Happy New Year once again. Y'all know we got the entire first month of the year to continue to say Happy New Year. Okay, or at least for the first 2 weeks of the year. So Happy New Year once again. Welcome back to the hood table. We back in the hood. Make sure y'all come back through, slide through sometime and hit that join button on the membership if you haven't already. Also, if you happen to be new here, please hit the subscribe button to become a part of the Hood Table Nation. What up, Executive Sessions 420? How are you doing? Please make sure you guys like and share the video on the way in, please, and thank you. Ha! Sassy! Sassy, I love how you be doing your recaps. You had me over there gagging. Sassy knows she be doing the most. And thank you for the first super chat of the show, Gemini75. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Carmelate, what's going on? What's going on? You ain't did nothing, girl. You ain't did nothing, girl. Okay. What's up, Sheila, the Quiet Storm, and Karen? Oh, you have a blizzard. We getting ready for the snow, Karen. I put my salt down, you know, the rock salt. I did that all yesterday, especially because my son brought my grandbaby over to spend the night with me last night. So just in case it got slick or anything, I made sure I salted it yesterday. But our snow should be here in a few hours. And unfortunately, both of my sons have to work at different jobs. But I'm hoping that it won't be too bad, that they have trouble coming home. But yeah, it's not supposed to be, it's going to be like 6 to 8 inches around us. But here they talking about 2 to 4, 2 to 3. So hopefully it won't be that bad. I ain't going nowhere though. I'm in the crib. I got my tissue, my milk, my drink, my yak, the necessities, your bread, butter, eggs, things like that to hold you over. Snacks. Gotta have the snacks when the snowstorm is coming in. Got your candles. I got my candles, got my lighter, all that kind of stuff. So I'm good in the hood. Hopefully it don't get that bad again though. But thank you, Sassy, as well for the super chat. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I am looking forward to doing a Q&A with you guys. I'll be like, okay, as soon as I get that 10 Cash App, I'm going to do a Q&A with y'all. Y'all know every now and then I'm a little transparent, but I haven't had a Q&A session with you guys since I very first created the Hood Table. And it's been like, what, almost 5 years? Since this channel was created. So, in the LBC is 68 degrees. I wish I was there. I wish I was somewhere in California. I got family. I told y'all before, I got family in the Bay Area in California. They were just up here, matter of fact, for one of our auntie's funerals. Actually, it's my second cousin's funeral, but my cousin's auntie. So, yeah, I had some family up here within the last week or so from the Bay. And they came up here and they was like, God damn, cuz it's always so cold when we come home. And they got to go back out, to the more pleasant weather. But, yeah, it is what it is. I'm a Midwest girl. Do or die. Born and bred. Born and raised. Cornbread fed. Y'all know I'm a chunky little one, too. But, yeah, let's get into that title that Sassy up here talking shit about. Okay. So I'm telling y'all, I have posted something yesterday on my community wall. I had made me a big old bowl of popcorn, and I was up here just chilling and watching YouTube while my grandbaby was asleep. And I said, I got me a big old bowl of popcorn so I can enjoy y'all and be entertained by y'all. And what's his name? Noble dropped down under my post and said, "You better have a whole lot, because this is about to be a very entertaining season." And I swear to God, I still got popcorn left over from last night that I'll be munching on today, because y'all out here showing out. Y'all doing a whole lot. Y'all doing too much. And then before I came live, we gonna talk about the title of the show, and we gonna talk about the thumbnail. That upside down turtle land on his back, land on his back. And then we're going to talk about a video that came after that just a little while ago. Like, and it's gone. It's gone. So some of y'all might have seen that video. I know a lot of people been live, but some of y'all might have seen that short video that had to do with the title of the show and the thumbnail. And thank you again, Gemini. I appreciate that, love. Thank you so much. You guys are the best. Thank you guys for the cash apps. I appreciate it. What up, Seven? Girl. What up, Kind of Me? How y'all doing? So, okay, let's get to it. Okay, so the title of the show, and I'm sure Seven knows everything. Seven be keeping up with everything too. But not a catheter in the bush. Not a ram in the bush. Not a ram in the bush, but a catheter in the bush. Y'all, when I tell y'all I was fucking gagged on this Sunday afternoon, some told me I should have went to church this morning, because I mean, y'all had me out here. It was like, is it noon? I know it's like noon, 5 o'clock somewhere on Sunday, so I can make me some yak, because y'all had me gagged, and I had to throw one back on y'all asses. When I was up there watching that shit, with Silas Sunny. And mind you, that video is gone, but somebody else uploaded it. So, as I was watching other people do commentary on it, and I was watching the actual video footage of itself, I too was like, okay, y'all know Sassy was live earlier. Sassy's homegirl was like, God damn, when Jay Dunn started going off on you and playing recordings and trying to drag you and all that shit, the homegirl was like, what the fuck did you do to that bitch? Like, what did you do? And that's what I'm thinking with Ken and Sonny. Like, Ken, what the fuck did you do to make her do this to you, to come on here and drag you like that? And y'all know I love me some Ken. That's bro. I love me some Ken. I know people feel some certain type of way about him, and some people feel a certain way about, Sonny too. But I was like, what the fuck did he do to deserve all that? But I watched the video after I heard, in the streets what was going on. I watched the video again. Sonny deleted it or put it on private or something. But if you saw the video, she was over there basically upset. From where I stand, from what I understood, she's basically upset because I guess she trying to make it seem, and I'm just putting these words out here. These might not be her main thoughts, but like, he's controlling and feels like he's the only one who actually stood up for her or stood in the gap for her or had her back out here. But like, every time she talks to different guys, not that kind of talk, but but every time she hits different guys' panels, especially when she was on ZX panel the other day, he was really upset. So that's what I'm getting. But still, I'm like, all that for that, but we ain't behind the scenes, right? We're not behind the scenes, so we don't know what all that goes on. We do know, by Sunny's words on her video, some of what has been going on, like the catheter in the bush. And what up, Dr. Pastor Jay Wilson? What up, Joy Barnes? You said it's the title for me. That's exactly what Sassy said, y'all. Y'all know I'll be trying to come up with some really creative titles, little catchy. I don't be over here trying to clickbait you. Usually what I put in the title is what the fuck we gonna discuss. And again, the catheter in the bush. Now, Sunny, I have never really watched a lot of her videos. It's usually when some shit hit the fan and they be like, oh, what's up, girl? We go, Sunny, whatever. But I'm not a daily watcher of her videos or anything like that. But when I tell you I was getting my life, and again, I do like him. No shade, Ken. We just doing commentary over here. Okay, we just doing commentary here. And if it's on the YouTube streets, we gonna talk about it. Yes, this is B Sector. Pastor Wilson. Okay. Sunny isn't B Sector, but Ken Nola, of course, is. And you know how it is. You know how it is. They didn't obviously hooked up virtually. They obviously the hook. And you know what? The first thing I think about when I was listening to Sunny talk about how he, I guess, who was that? MHB or somebody had made Ken mad because they said that Sunny had sent, pee pics or catheter in the bush pics. And I guess she didn't because she claims that Ken was the only one who she sent, catheter in the bush pics. Yes, catheter. You know the girl on the catheter, right? She's a W. What did Sassy call her? Sassy called her a paraplegic. Sassy called her a paraplegic or some shit like that. Somebody had to correct her in the chat. They said she's a double amputee, Sassy. And Sassy like, I don't know shit, fuck it. I'm double amputee, whatever. But she's a double amputee, and I guess she has to use a catheter. She also was talking about her shit bag. Child. If you don't know anything about a double amputee, you definitely know a little bit about them after Sunny finished. Because Sunny wasn't only like talking shit about Ken, she was kind of talking shit about herself too. But maybe she talks about this shit all the time. Maybe she talks about having catheters in her bush all the time. I don't know. Maybe she talks about when she get fucked, she be getting pinned down like a dead turtle on his back. Child, she took me out with the dead. Why did I Google and say dead turtle on his back? Show me pictures of dead turtle on his back. Now, I shouldn't have done that. I should have just did turtle on his back. Hold on. I see you, babe. You can turn the camera off. I should have said, oh, you want the camera on? Give me a thumbs up if you want the camera on. Now you froze. So I don't know if you want to drop down and come back because you froze with your camera on. And I don't want to put nobody on camera if they really don't want to be on camera. So I'm going to kick you down, boo. I'm going to kick you down. And you got to come back up because your camera froze with you on camera. So where was I at? A dead turtle on his back. So I Googled dead turtle on his back. Girl, they had all these dead turtles, blood splattered all over the place. I said, that ain't what I want on my thumbnail. So I just looked up turtle on his back. But when I even saw the turtle on his back and I saw the turtle with his legs up in the shell, y'all see that picture? Hold on, let me post the picture that I used. Hold up. Ooh-wee. It's too early for this shit. I didn't think y'all was gonna be getting shit off this early in the fucking morning. But this is what I put it. I was like, oh, that's a cute one. I could see her with her head hanging back over the couch because she said she's over on the couch. She wasn't in bed. She wasn't on the floor. She was on the couch. She was on the couch fucking the other day. She was like, you act like you the only one be out here doing shit. You got a whole wife at home. Be fucking to this guy. She said, I some dick the other day, and that nigga had me pinned down on the couch like a dead turtle on his back. I was... You see how the head is hanging? Come on now, picture it on the couch. Picture it 2 days ago, January 3rd, 2025. I was cracking the fuck up. And then I was reading the chat. Oh, the chat was chatting. They was getting their life in the chat. I'm like, Sunny, do you realize the picture that you giving us of yourself? Like she talking about this nigga. She talking about this nigga up here always talking shit. And oh, what did I hear? Who did I hear? Was it Bree? Was it Bree? I think it was Bree, because I was watching Bree and I was watching Sassy, but Bree was talking about the picture. Y'all remember the picture? What up, Big Rigs? How you doing, boo? You said you better try to get traction, but now tell me now. Okay, let me tell y'all something, right? So females, ladies, when y'all getting it and y'all on y'all back and y'all got legs and limbs, arms and legs, both, all four, right? And y'all get pinned down. Sometimes that nigga, boy, you ain't got no wiggle room, you ain't got no move. You just there like, oh shit, he just got you pinned down, right? So I'm picturing her, a double amputee. She laid out on the couch, as she said, pinned down like a dead turtle. And I'm like, child, that nigga was a plan with that catheter in the bush. That nigga was not playing with that catheter in the bush. Okay. So she was talking a lot of shit about Ken, right? And again, I think it has to do with more than what he put on his community wall, because she was like, you keep coming for me on your community wall and it's going to get worse, bro. It's going to get worse, bro. I don't know how much worse it can get than what she was already explaining, because as I said, while she talking shit about him, yeah, she said, you know, he got veneers on the top and not on the bottom. He got shaky teeth on the bottom. He going blind. What she say? She said, I got a catheter in my bush and I got a shit bag. But that nigga need a shit bag too, because all he do is shit all day long. He get up early in the morning. He get on the phone. He hollering at me as soon as his wife go to work. She was talking about he be on the toilet all day and shit. She was just talking shit about him, but she was also low key like, I don't know, the shit she was saying about herself. I ain't saying it was making it look bad, but she wasn't looking good. And that's what a lot of people were saying in the chat. Like, bitch, you making yourself look bad. Because while you up here talking about him, over here talking to all these people, we know Ken. We know Ken. We've been knowing Ken for years. Okay? We've been knowing Ken for years. And we know Ken always got a hoe or two in the background that he's sliding in the DMs, sending pics and shit like that. We know Ken. So what you're telling us about these other girls, Jackie, whoever else you talking about, that ain't even surprising. And again, I like me some Ken, and he know I like me some Ken. You know, I think Ken is cool. That's bro. But we know Ken, and we know what Ken gives. Ken done been in a whole bunch of predicaments. Ken done been in the back chats, gossiping. I mean, all that kind of shit, right? Not all of us. Some of us be in the back chat. Some of us be in the back chats, and we be talking, you know, about people. I got people I talk to in the back. I don't even want to call it the back chats, because a few people actually got my phone number, and we real cool. We tight as fuck, right? Deanna is one of the few of them, but we tight as fuck, and sometimes we be back there. Girl, did you see what the fuck happened on such and such? Oh my God, that bitch got dragged. Okay, did you see what was on LSA? You know how it is. Me and the people I fuck with, we don't be up there trying to hurt, harm people, trying to, you know, some of the shit they do in the back chat. Y'all know, stalking, doxing, you know, all that kind of shit like that. I ain't with all that shit. I just like to have fun. I like to be entertained, right? And ain't nothing wrong with a good girlfriend or a good homie, you know, to talk shit about outside of YouTube, because we all know we can't talk about this shit to our family and friends, right? I done tried it, and they look at me like I'm fucking crazy. Bitch, they did what? What is doxing? How do you spell that shit? Let me Google. Is it 1X? Is it 2X? What? Doxing? Why I ain't never heard of... you don't want to hear about it. You don't want to know what doxing is, right? You said, she said, he said he's going to... Did you hear what I just said, Joy? You said that, she said that, he said... he's going to drag her. She said, he did... I was about to get to that. I had to take my glasses off because I got tears coming out my eyes, like real tears. When she said... Okay, she said, Ken, oh God, Ken. I hope this is all to play, Ken, because I'm going to talk about the video that came later. I'm going to talk about the video that came later. I'm like, I hope this is all to play. But when she said that Ken ain't had a job in like 7-8 months, and she said, you talking about you want to drag me, or you going to drag me? You need to drag your ass to a job. I was like, oh, dude, Jesus. In my Jay Wilson voice, I was like, dude, Jesus. She said, you now Sonny can, I ain't even gonna hold you. Sonny can drag. She was over there dragging and reading. I was like, child, I need to pay more attention to Sonny. I want to be calling her Sunny D, but I know that ain't her name. But her name is Solid Sunny. I need to be over here watching Sunny more often. You say Ken is a proud documented bum. Child, let me tell you. Hey, what's up? You gotta chill. How you doing? You gotta chill. Said I'm here for the turtle. Girl, I ain't never used that expression before. Let me get some good strong dick that got me pinned down like a goddamn dead turtle. I'll be like, bitch, that nigga had me pinned down. Oh, I need to tell my sister that. So, girl, me and my sisters, we be gagging each other. Me and my sisters be gagging each other. I'm gonna call my sister after this. I'm like, sis, have you ever been pinned down like a dead turtle on his back? She be like, bitch, hold on, let me think about that. Maybe it was this one. Girl, me and my sisters, we is a hoot. We is a fucking hoot. But if y'all saw some of the videos that I posted on was it Christmas? No, Thanksgiving, or was that Christmas? No, that was Thanksgiving, because on Christmas we was playing spades, and on Thanksgiving we did karaoke. So yeah, if y'all saw some of those videos, my family, we is a hoot. We love to have fun. We love to sing, dance, play cards, dominoes. I mean, we has a ball. Anytime anybody ever comes around us, they don't want to leave. They be like, when's the next holiday? When's the next get together? Child, we be up there talking shit, boy. But I'm going to call my sister after this and ask her, have you ever been? I'm going to send her this pic. Matter of fact, I'm going to send my sister this pic first, right? And I'm going to ask her, what's the first thing you think about when you see this turtle on his back with his head hanging low and swinging slow? And whatever she responds, I promise y'all, I'm going to post it on my community wall. I promise y'all, because I cannot wait. My sissy, she moved to Cali. Well, one of my sisters, the one I'm talking about, D, she moved to Cali. Not Cali, I'm lying. Not Cali. I'm thinking of a old girl who was in the chat earlier, Cali. And my cousins who came here a few weeks ago for a funeral. But not Cali. She moved to upstate New York about, I want to say 6 months ago, because her job is a year contract. And after that, if she wants to stay, if they want her to stay, she'll stay. Otherwise, she might come back home or go somewhere else. But anyway, she's been there about 6 months at a job. So I'm going to send her this message, and whatever her response is, and I'm going to ask her, what does she think about the picture before I tell her why I sent it? Because I want a natural, authentic response to this goddamn turtle. You know what? What up, Happy Life? How you doing, Happy Life? What's up? They still be giving you shit in the chats, Happy Life? They was like, why the hood table say she welcome him to the B sector with open arms? I'm like, fuck, we welcome everybody else to this motherfucker. Shit, y'all be throwing everybody else up in our face, begging us to join they this, subscribe to they this, follow them on this, share them on this. Hey, Happy Life to me can get the same thing. And Happy Life, I do think that maybe one day you might end up starting a channel. I can see you starting a channel. I really can. But anyway, do not watch her. Gemini said, do not watch her if kids is around and she's drinking. It will hurt your heart. I'm not. There's somebody else who was on here drinking the other day that I did commentary about, who had been sober for some time, so they say. And that's no judgment. That's no judgment at all, because I drinks my yak. That's no judgment at all. But sometimes you have to use better judgment. I heard Rick Reed say one day, y'all know I love me some Rick Reed, the Gov. Rick Reed can come on here and do his drunk lives, and he can be here. He can be here as long as Lemon be on his panels, and he won't fall asleep on us. I mean, he can be up here laughing and joking and dragging and be drinking and drinking and drinking. He can have panels. He can do it by himself. There's some people who can do that. Then there's some people who should not be drinking online. Not at all. Y'all remember back in the day before YouTube was this big thing where we all had channels and panels and all that kind of shit. And when Facebook first came out, it was for like the younger generation. And then some of us old heads or older people started getting on Facebook as well. and you learn really quickly back in the gap. Do not drink at Facebook. You know how I say do not drink and drive. Do not drink at Facebook. Do not drink at Facebook. You should not drink in YouTube. Some people don't drink in social media. Some people. Again, no judgment. If you drink, if you smoke, whatever, always try to be safe with it. Don't, you don't want to injure yourself, injure nobody else. That's what any type of thing that can get you intoxicated or wasted, just sometimes just fuck it, call a friend. Call a friend, call your pastor, call a friend, call your homie, somebody, call your ex, somebody. Don't come on YouTube drunk. Cause some of y'all just look, boy, y'all being rich. You know what? You know what? You say happy. Yep, they asked me that question. You're not bisector. I know you're not technically bisector, but like I said, we accept so many people over here with open arms, and like Big Riggs, we accepted him over here with open arms. Some of us arms wider than others, but I digress. Anyway, y'all know I gotta give it. Y'all know I gotta give it here and there. I gotta give it. But yes, so yes, I do welcome happy life and open arms to the B sector. And it is what it is. Some people gonna like you and some people not gonna like you. I mean, some people like me and some people don't like me, and I don't give two fucks. Like, I don't give two fucks. You said you be zooted on. I know you do, Big Riz. I know you do. I can tell your eyes. It's in the eyes, baby. It's in the eyes. They be low. They be hanging slow. Child, you can tell when you be lit, be over there. It's all good though. It's all good. Then you turn that head to the side and you be chuckling. I can tell when you fucked up. I can tell. I'll be watching. But yeah, back to this goddamn Sunny. Hey baby, what up, young champ? Now that's the homie right there. That's the homie up there, upstate up there too. You said, oh, I got people that hate me. You know what, Big Riggs? When I saw that, you might have saw the troll yourself. Because wasn't that in whose chat was that? Was it Sincere's or was it Big Brenda? Did you see the troll, Big Riggs? It was called Big Riggs slaps uppity upside the head. Oh man, hey, I got a troll name too. Hey, y'all know I got a troll name too called the Hood Table something, and they just spell it differently. And they actually went to IG and got one of my pictures, not my logo, but they actually got like my face on their troll name. And most people know when they see them in the chat, that's not me, that's not Tanya, that's not the Hood Table. They know. Some people be like, I remember the troll was in Jay Wilson's talking shit. And y'all know how I talk. Y'all know what I give. And they were just talking all off the wall. And JW was like, is that the Hood Table? That can't be the Hood Table. That's like, nah, that's a troll. But yeah, a lot of people have trolls. And Riz, I thought you might have saw it because you was in the chat. And they had commented a few comments above you. And they even tagged your name. And that was the funniest shit. Because my troll did that shit to me too. Their name was called the Hood Table, something, and they tagged me so they could highlight my name in the chat and said, what up, the Hood Table? I was like, I know you motherfucking lying to me, bitch. You got my name and you tagging me like I'm going to respond. But anyway. But yeah, Big Riggs, somebody's out here using your name. And it's called Big Riggs. It's called Big Riggs slaps uppity upside the head or some shit like that. So yeah. So when I was commenting on your post, I thought you knew about it. That's why I was like, ain't that some shit? You gotta fuck it. I thought you saw it because we was talking about it in the chat. They was like, Big Riz, you see your troll? Maybe you had came in and went out or something. You probably didn't hear them talking about it. Happy Life. I think I got one troll name. But I haven't seen them in a minute because most people block them. But I don't be tripping because if you've been around for a minute and people are used to the way you behave or the way you talk or the way you give it up, most people can spot a troll in a minute. They can, and they'll just automatically block them or they'll just ignore them. But the trolls can also get you in trouble sometimes, because what trolls normally try to do is get you in trouble, because they're doing it for a reason. They either hating on you or they don't like you, and they try to sometimes say shit about certain people or try to drag certain people in certain chats. And then next thing you know, it's all this. Did you hear what the hood table said to such and such in the chat over there? Oh my God, the hood table said. And I'm like, I wasn't even over there today. Like, no, well, you said you got a lot of troll pages. See. I mean, a lot of people got them. Tracy got them. Brianna got them. I mean, it is what it is. You know, it is what it is. But usually, if I'm where they are, I'll tell somebody, Miles, could you block that troll? You know, get them out of here. But yeah, so after Solid Sunny was talking all this shit about Ken Nola, then Canola, and I thought I was tripping because you know how you scroll, like if you on a laptop especially, and you just scrolling down your feed, and if you hover over a video, it'll show you like who's on the screen at that time, like who's on the panel, without you even clicking on it. And I saw Sunny. See, this why I'm wondering if this is all a play, because I saw Sunny on Kenola's panel about 45 minutes ago, and Ken deleted it. And they were only up there for about 20 minutes. And I caught the tail end. But what I caught was Sunny was like, all y'all desperate people out there, y'all just spinning narratives and fuck y'all and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And this is just entertainment. This is just entertainment. I'm like, what? So not only did you say certain things about him and yourself on your video, but you also said, now you know this storyline goes way back in the gap with Kenola on a chair twerking. We didn't all seen that video. If you ain't seen that video, then you ain't from the early B sector days, because Kenola for years have been saying that's not me. That's just somebody that looked like me. And I swear to God, every time I would see that video, I'm like, that do look like that nigga. But I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. That is not him, right? What up, Taylor May? How you doing? What up, boo? Hey, Silky Black. Hey, Miss Me. I Miss Me. Child. You know what, Miss Me? The thing that gets me is the fact that his wife know that he didn't have certain issues on here, and how he still see, if I were Ken, okay. Now I said this to somebody the other day. They brought somebody over my home this summer, and it was a dude who brought them over. They brought a female over, and I knew for a fact they was in a relationship. And I'm like, hold up, who's this? And I'm thinking, well, maybe they broke up. Maybe they on an off period right now. But you know me, even though I don't know you, I can be nice and I can be cordial. And this person is close to me, and they brought them to my house. So I'm like, hey, what's up? How you doing? What up? How you doing? You want something to drink? You need something to drink? Matter of fact, they just came, because some people, I swear to God, we so ghetto. We are so ghetto in hood, right? So it ain't nothing for family members to pull up, and I'll hear the beats outside. I already know certain cars before I even look out the window, like, that's cousin C. Oh, that sounds like D. That sounds like my bro. You know, I can just tell by the mufflers or the beats or whatever. And they'll just walk through the back gate. They'll go back and sit on my patio, start rolling up, opening cans of beer, put their cell phone down, start playing music, because they already know I know they out there. So that's what they did. They went to the back. And I'm like, who was that bitch? Who was that? So anyway, I'm like, sometimes with Ken Nola, you can't have people behind the scenes when you're married or when you have a woman. You can't. And that's what I'm getting at. You cannot have people, if you're married, and my thing is, like, you wouldn't want that person to do that to you. And I told them straight up, you wouldn't want them to do that to you. Kenola, you wouldn't want your wife to be behind the scenes with different guys, especially really cute ones. Because why my son just walk by talking about, I'm telling you, my son be gagging and talking shit when I be live. But he be like, what y'all talking about now? But anyway, no, for real, for real. When you're married, sometimes I know people be like, oh, it's not cheating if we're just talking or we're just like, but I feel like if you're in a serious relationship, like married and shit like that, I don't know. It's a thin line, y'all. It's a thin line. And a lot of females, the way we build, the way we set up, what? If it ain't nothing, then why can't we all be on the phone? Why can't she come? Why can't I go over her crib? Why you got to be careful with that shit. You can break up a whole happy home, which is sometimes not so happy if you're talking to a whole bunch of people behind the scenes. You know, and that's how a lot of people feel, Miss Me. Like he's been disrespectful, but then a lot of people were saying to her as well, to Sunny, you making yourself look bad. You making yourself look bad, like too. You can sit up here and talk about this nigga all day long. Yeah, I done sent him, pics of my bush with the catheter hanging all out, with the shit bag to the side. I done sent him pics of this, sent him pics of that. But you sent it to a married man. You know what I'm saying? Like, child, I'm trying to, Riggs. I'm trying to. I really am. You want to be on camera back there, guest? Give me the thumbs up. I'm about to add you on the screen. So turn your camera off if you don't want to be on screen. Hold on. Let me keep this little turtle up. I just want to be sure. What up?
Take that turtle down.
Oh, so you want to be seen? Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
you
pretty.
got me. It's some echo. It's an echo.
Sorry about that. Let me see. How about now?
Hello.
How about now? Still echo?
I'm trying to see. Yeah, it's still an echo. But how about I'm gonna put you on mute, and then I'll let you talk in a second.
All
right. Okay, yeah, I know you was on somebody's panel the other day and you was having the same issue with the echoing, so I'm gonna do what they did, just put you on mute. But yeah, I'm trying to keep it funky, But yeah, you gotta watch out for that shit while you up there sliding in his DMs and sliding him bush pics with catheters hanging all out and shit. You just as bad as him because you know about the wife. It's not like he's lying to you. And I know some bitches be like, well, shit, that ain't my man. He ain't made the vow to me. That's her problem. But both of y'all look bad. And that's what I gotta say about that. It is trifling, especially if you slide pictures of your bush to this nigga and you talking about I was just on my back the other day like a dead turtle on his back the other day getting fucked. I mean, anyway, if you getting dick at home, why you fucking with this nigga who's married in the background and y'all can't even see each other? That part. You getting real dick at home, child. You pinned down like a motherfucking dead turtle on his back, and you fucking around behind the scenes with this motherfucker who got a whole wife and a family. Okay, I let me stop. I'm gonna go on mute.
Body's talking all this shit about me. Hey, won't you do commentary on me so you can get some coins?
Do
I still got an echo?
Yes. But I'm gonna respond to that real quick before you proceed.
All right.
Let me make sure I say this the right way under new management. Don't laugh. And thank you, Mel. Thank you so much, Mel, for the $5 cash app. I appreciate that. You want to say something first? Let me go on mute.
No, I'm saying you can do it. Come on now.
But okay. I try to pride myself on what I do on my channel. I really do try to pride myself on what I do on my channel. And a lot of times when I'm talking to people in the background, don't nobody know about it. Like, don't nobody know about this shit. Like I say, I don't be doing those scandalous, treacherous, stab you in the back, doxing stuff. I don't do none of that shit in the background. But sometimes we talk about YouTube and different things, you know, with our closest peeps on here, right? That's not uncommon for people. But I'm telling you, when I saw the shit go down with you and them the other day, I was up here. I ain't told nobody. When I say I ain't even told the closest people to me that I talk to about YouTube every day, I was like, man, if I was to come live and talk about this shit, I'm like, I know I can get some clicks and views, but I'm not. I'm not. And I'm going to take you off of mute and you can respond to what I just said.
Nah, man, come on, get it in, get yours. Put me in your title so you can get some coins on it, and and talk about it. Give your opinion and how you feel, whether I'm right or wrong. Hey, and the other two or whatever, do you just do what you feel, that's all.
It's so funny you said that. It's so funny you said that because I was thinking, damn, I would be just like what Jay Dunn just did the other day. You know what I'm saying? All this is going through my head like, ow, I ain't about to be doing all that. And I'm telling you, I was everything that they were saying and what I'm reading in our conversations. I'm like, wow, this is crazy. This is too much. I'm sitting over here like gag when I posted, and Noble might still be in here, but when I posted yesterday that I was sitting here with a big bowl of popcorn watching y'all entertain me, I was literally sitting here with a big bowl of popcorn watching all that shit go down, and I'm gonna go on mute.
And you didn't even share none of that damn popcorn. I needed some popcorn too. Shame on you. But
Y'all be wanting me
hey,
to share my
Noble, what's
cake.
up?
It's bad enough y'all already want me to share my cakes. You want my popcorn too?
Yeah, popcorn too. Shit, share it all. Hey, Noble, what's up with you, man? It's my turn. It's my turn. You know what I'm talking about? Noble know what I'm talking about. Noble been through this. But anyway, y'all need to stop paying attention. How many days has it been since New Year's to where we are now? How many days?
It's only been
10?
like 5.
5? Okay.
Yeah, today's
Well,
January 5th.
that girl over there been drunk for 5 days. And she can do that. She even can go longer. But if y'all want to listen, y'all know she's alcoholic. Y'all should know by now she talk crazy out of her head when she's like this. So I'm really not paying her too much mind. I really don't care. And I stopped in her room for a minute and heard, man, she was lying on me like, God damn, give me a break. The fuck, give me some truth, you know? But anyway, she's unable to do that. But her sister did a live, TG did a live about her, the things, and y'all need to go and listen to that. Because
I
she
think I
just
saw
got,
that.
yeah, she just got out of jail. But anyway, I'm not saying believe me, but I know I'm not lying, so hey, it's up and around and
Up in the
around.
stuff, up into the stuff. I saw a picture. Ness had posted a picture today. I think was that you?
She fucked up some pictures on that shit was funny. She was calling, what was she calling me? Granny May.
I don't know. Said you got
That
a
shit was
what did
funny.
they call them? Heart things?
Huh?
No, hold up. Hold on.
Whoa, come on, dog.
A
A
pacemaker.
pacemaker.
My God, I
They
tell
posted
you,
a
They posted a
picture and said it was
picture,
you
said it
with a
was you with a
pacemaker.
pacemaker.
she needs to stop it. She needs to stop. But you know what? Here's where I'm at. I'll be whatever she want me to be. If that's going to make her happy. But just leave me alone. Don't call my phone. Don't text me or nothing. And I thought I had put her on block. But when I get home, I'm going to put her on block. Yeah. So, I mean, I'll be whatever she want me to be.
Yeah.
But the
Well,
shit is
you got to
funny
be
to me.
careful
Careful.
who
Careful
you
about
Who
what?
you
hold on, let me put you on mute.
Oh,
Let me put.
No, I was just trying to say you got to be careful about who you deal with, socialize behind the scenes. And then also with the money thing, like I didn't have people ask me for money behind the scenes before on here, and I didn't have people, hit me up several times. The same person, like I don't remember the name of the person's name off the top of my head who was doing that some months ago, asking different people for money behind the scenes, and one of them was Brianna, one of them was uh there's different people on here. There's different people on here, and you gotta be careful about that shit too, because people. I'm not saying they was trying to run some scams or nothing like that, but I'm just saying you gotta be careful with that shit. And I'm not. I wouldn't dare be behind the scenes asking nobody for no money, not on the tube. I would go to my sons, my cousins, my besties, my sisters, somebody.
I totally. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
Yes, I hear you.
Yeah, no, but I totally understand what you're saying. But that did teach me a lot, and I did it out of the kindness, out of my heart. You know what I'm saying? And also, too, that second one you said being careful. I think you were saying being careful who you talk to. I have a sore heart for people that's mentally fucked up, you know, and also drinking on top of that. So my thing is, I tried to help, but you can't do nothing with that, you know. And so I'll eat it. I'll eat every goddamn thing, everything, every lie that she's saying, no problem, you know. But hey, that's on me. And yeah, I did lend out some money, and thank God it wasn't that much, but yeah, it taught me a lot. It won't happen again. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, because YouTubers don't know how
Hmm.
to be associates and friends and whatnot and all that good stuff. A lot of people don't know how to do
Hmm.
Why,
that.
praise the
They
Lord.
Praise the Lord.
they don't
Yes.
know how to be friends with themselves. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Because
Absolutely.
Hello.
I'm in love under new
Hi.
management.
Hey, Solid
Under
We got
Sunny.
a background noise.
I know that's under new management. Okay, under
That's
new
me.
management.
All right.
We
Bye.
gotta set some guests
Peace.
on here regarding the topic of the show. So I'm gonna holler at Stylist Sunny and Ken Nola.
All right. Peace.
But I appreciate you coming up and feel free to join us again. I'll holler at you, boo. Have a good day.
All right, new management, baby. What's up, Hood Table?
You know what? I was just about to mention you two again because I saw y'all pictures.
Yeah.
When I say y'all, I don't know how much of this show I've been watching, but I was like, they both had me gagged. Like I'm over here before noon. Is it too early to drink? Because I need to throw something back. I was
Nope.
hollering watching the replay of Sunny. But yeah, I had noticed that you had her picture and she had yours, but I see now y'all got them switched back or whatever. But what was that all about, y'all?
Showing people that we still solid. That's all it is. It was a misunderstanding. Some stuff was going on my end that I did. I ain't gonna lie, I started it. I
Hmm.
actually always started, to be honest with you.
Kenola, I said earlier, did not Big Rigs and everybody else in the chat that if you are old school B sector, then we know Ken. This is our Ken. We know
Yeah.
Ken. We know what Ken gives. We know what type of shit Ken's been in. So some of the things that Sonny was saying about the different females, I was like, ah, child, that's Ken.
Yeah. I've been
But
warned.
You were warned.
Yeah.
Oh,
but
well,
hood table. So
go
picture
ahead.
why Trish is going around telling people not to let me on their panel. Trish is going around trying to blackball me because, well, I be dragging kids sometimes. When they drag mine, I drag theirs. So that's just how I am. So people was dragging her children and talking under her kids' clothes. So that made me mad and started dragging their kids. So Trish is being biased with the people that dragged her children and called CPS on her kids. And now
Right.
she's trying to put me in jail and call the police and all that on me, but ignoring the fact that they started with her and me.
But
So
why is she bringing? Is she so she's bringing this back up just because of y'all got into it?
Yeah,
yeah,
I guess. I guess they thought I was gonna let him. I was gonna let everybody attack him, not understanding that was my best friend before anything. Like that's still my best friend. So, regardless, I'm not gonna let a bunch of motherfuckers come at him crazy. It's just not about to happen.
And we know, like I know Gemini has said, kids have drag kids. Like I said, we know Ken. Okay, he been around for years, and I understand that he has done some things he apologized about for doing in the past, some things he felt like
Right.
he did because people came for him first, and it is the B sector, right? So
right,
we know what it is when somebody come for you. Sometimes you go low.
Yeah,
You
correct.
know
but
what I'm saying?
I can
Hmm.
honestly say I've been trying to, like, we've been talking about that, and he been chilling. He don't really drag nobody kids unless they speak upon my kids. And these people got a problem with that. You know what I'm saying? That's the only time he really go after people is when they sit there and they drag me or talk about my kids. And I can't say
Hmm.
that.
Hmm.
Oh, they
So,
mad for the lady that talked about her children. So of course they're gonna be biased. But Trish told people that I ain't beat sector.
but why would she say that? Because I mean, as far back as I can think, where else would you have came from?
Exactly. I've been here since 2019,
Right. And I
and
was
it's
here before
2024.
then. I was here
Yep,
before then. And
yep,
then you came around, and I never knew you to be from anywhere else. So,
correct. She just
uh-uh.
telling them people lies and lie. Like Trish mad because I took up for Deanna. Everybody know that I'm gonna always take Deanna is like a sister to me. I'm gonna always take up for Deanna no matter what. And she's mad because I took up for Deanna when she was getting dragged on Kiki panel. Yeah, Deanna dragged her for Phil. You can't get mad. You lost,
Mhm.
Trish.
Mhm. Mhm. Ain't no bodyguards on here. Now you know the people I'm cool with and have always been cool with for years, and they can get out here and they be battling two, three, four people at the same time. I always sit back, I watch, I try to be neutral, but I don't be jump out here fighting for nobody. Like
Right.
Right.
if you get dragged, you get dragged. You live to drag another day. Shit.
True. I
But so
mean,
y'all cool now because I was literally after under new management came up here for a minute. What I was going to get to next was the video that I saw you do. Did you put it on private or did you just delete it, Ken?
I think she put it on private.
So that was
Me?
Sonny's video because I thought that was your video.
Oh, you
No,
talking
that
about
was
his
what?
live, his stream yard just
Yeah, the
now?
stream you just did, Ken, about an hour or
Oh,
so ago.
no, it's still on there. I took it off
Okay.
private.
Okay. So I caught the tail end of that video. Now, yesterday, Sonny was going all boy. She was giving you the biz naive, right?
Oh yeah, she
I
dragged me.
mean, she was giving you the biz naive. I was like, God damn, I didn't know Sonny can drag like that. And I kept saying, but Ken is the homie. That's my bro. We cool, but we just
Yeah,
doing commentary over here. But from what y'all saying earlier today, like an hour or so ago, I heard Sonny say, this is just entertainment. You guys are spinning narratives, So what did you mean by that, Sonny? Because from what we saw yesterday, girl, it seemed like this was some serious beef.
Yeah, me and Kim beef, we beef hard, but like we told people lots of times, like it's best for other people to stay out of it, like other CCs to stay out of it, cause we gonna be cool later on that day. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just it gets to be too much when you get subs and other people's opinions mixed in it, and they start spinning narrative, making it bigger or worse than what it is. And I really don't like that part because I know what's going on the back end. I know what's being said on the back end. See, we just show y'all what we want to show y'all.
And I get that, Sonny. And one thing about it is, when we do see this type of content, and you're not new to YouTube,
Yes, ma'am.
I first found out about you from that other guy, Marcus, right?
Yes,
So I
Yeah.
yes,
first and the Kiki, yeah, her, and so that's when I first heard about you. So you're not YouTube new, and you're not new to when you put something out here. People is gonna spin narratives, especially when we think something else is going on or something is not being said. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
So I know you probably knew that all this commentary and all this, was going to come after
yeah.
you did your video.
Well, I mean, I don't even look at myself as like people hold me to this high standard on YouTube, not understand I've only been on for not even a year yet, not even a whole complete year yet. So it's like I'm not looking at everybody else as like just reaction channels. I'm looking at everybody else as human beings, just like I'm a human being that's talking shit about my issues and I don't appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm looking at motherfuckers just like regular people. I'm not putting YouTube into play, content creators, reaction channels. If you say something I don't like, I'm gonna react.
Absolutely, as you should, as you should. Well, again, I didn't catch the whole video, Ken, but if you got it back up there, I'll go back and watch. But I did notice that at the end, and I did notice that y'all seemed like, y'all was still going to be cool about this situation. But one thing I have to ask you though, I know you said that Ken sometimes get upset about certain people that you holler at. Is there a way that you guys can go around that? Because this is YouTube and you know how it is, Ken, on here. A lot of times we do have to, work with other people, and you know
I
how it
mean,
is. You have
I
to.
mean that's true. That part she was telling was true. I do get mad at the people that she go around because most of these people dragged her before. They done already talked about her before. So if and then I got into it with them same people. So if I got into it with them and they dragged you for what's going on with you, I don't want to be around them at all because it makes us look crazy.
Well, I talk about God a lot. I don't know whether people believe it or not, but I'm a firm believer in forgiveness. You know what I'm saying? Like, um, and I do believe God put you in like he you make you cross paths with certain people for a certain reason. Now it might start off on a rocky road, but it could end up, in a peaceful way. Just that it takes both sides to be mature in handling the situation. Me, I'm able to argue with a motherfucker one day and then sit down and have a conversation and move forward. Not everybody's like that.
Me, I'm falling back from both sides because I feel like it's fake.
I feel you. Like sometimes, and Ken, this B sector has been around for a minute, and one thing I always talk about is how people be really, really cool and then they fall out, and it's a humongous fallout, not a little tit for tat. Now, I mean, we dragging kids, stalking, dog, it gets real big, and then they come back together and they become friends. And I'm like, it's up and stuck, for some shit, certain type of shit. But from what Sonny is trying to say, from what I'm hearing, is that yeah, some people might have dragged her or whatever, whatnot, but I'm not saying she probably forgave them. But you know how it is
I'm
on
willing to move
YouTube. We
past
gonna we
it.
gonna talk
Yeah.
shit, right? We gonna talk shit, and then
Yeah.
eventually, yeah, yeah.
And
That's
people
what
don't understand this is not the first app I started streaming on. I started streaming on Big O, which is way worse. Like it's way worse. So
I'm
this shit
saying.
that people do to me and come at me with, I know how to drag. But I'll shake your hand right after that drag too.
But she don't. She Hood table, you know me, and you know me. I'm a protector. You know
Mm-hmm.
me. If I care about somebody, I'm gonna automatically protect them no matter what.
Somebody just
Right.
said
And
that in the chat. Meow
Yeah,
meow just said that.
he is.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
He is. He is. But sometimes I feel like he think I can't handle my own. You know what I'm saying? Maybe because on the back end he knows how certain stuff really does bother me, but it doesn't mean like I'm not gonna protect myself or I'm not gonna stand up for myself.
I get it. I get it. Like I said, I see it happen all the time. People fall out, they drag each other, talk shit. Then the next thing you know, they kumbaya and things like that. And I'm like, how the fuck? Like I never ever understand the Fi and Tracy becoming friends again. I was like, are you kidding? The way Tracy
yeah,
used
that
to
got me
drag
too.
her daughter, like, and they still cool to this day. I'm like, hey, that's for them. You couldn't drag mines, my kids, grandbaby mama, or nobody's tippy toe granddaddy, nobody. And we become friends again. But everybody, some people just see it for what it is. Like Sonny, one thing Sonny did say is entertainment, and I did also say Sonny and Ken. I don't know if y'all heard me, but Chad, I did say, I was like, damn, I hope this ain't no play. Because Sonny was giving it to his ass yesterday.
No, it's not a play. It's not a play, but we damn sure know how to flip the script on a motherfucker. Like, cause you're not about to use us against each other. That's not gonna work.
I get that. I get that. But for Trish to not want you to hit nobody's panels, Ken, that's funny.
But for her to get into in my business with people that's messing with me, people that's picking with me, for her to jump in and think that she trying to run something, I'm gonna dox Trish to her socks.
Ooh.
She playing with the right one.
I remember when Trish, see me and Trish, it's so crazy because I got multiple channels. I got so many channels. I got channels y'all know about, some y'all don't know about. But my main first channel is where I started off into the B sector. Before it was the B sector. And me and Trish, boy, we used to be up late at night having all type of fun lives and everything to the wee hours of the morning. So we go way back. But then when I stopped using my main channel and then started using the hood table, you know how long the hood table been around, Ken? Like 4 5 years.
4 5 years, yeah.
And
Mhm.
just 4 months ago, Trish realized I was Tanya from the main channel oh my God,
Even I knew
I'm
that.
like, how the fuck you didn't know? Like everybody, like what? Like it was
But
so
she so
weird.
called want to be B sector though. Even I knew that. Like
I didn't get that. I was like, Trish, are you serious? You didn't know? Okay, all right. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah.
Trish is a clown. She,
I mean, all you got to do is look at my cakes. Look at one cake I made, and you'll
yep.
be like, that looked like some work from that other girl that used to. That's why most people do know me and they follow me on my other platforms because of my cake decorating. But I'm like, I couldn't believe she didn't know who I was. I was like,
Yeah, she
okay,
a beast with them cakes. That's a fact.
yeah. I was like, okay, but yeah, I get I get her being upset about the dragging of the kids. But like Sonny said, I haven't heard you, me personally. If I'm wrong, chat hold me to it. But me personally, I haven't heard you doing stuff like you used to do in a while. I could be
I,
wrong. I just ain't heard it.
I did it
No, I
today.
didn't see one of his. Yeah, it's probably Jay, but I've seen one of his old videos, and yeah, and when I seen it, I think it was Octavius that This is around the time where we was really beefing at with Octavius and them,
Love you too,
and
son. Bye.
I seen the video that he shared or whatnot, and I was like, I can't tell you. I told the nigga like, hey, straight up, like I really don't want you coming for females and kids no more, cause it's not a good look. And he been chilling for real. He tried to chill, but when it
Until
comes,
today, what happened today, Sonny?
Trish.
um, yeah, her.
I'm up here
Trish.
talking about I ain't heard kid drag kids, and you did it today.
I did it today.
Hmm.
Yep. Because my thing is, don't try to bully me and tell me that you gonna do this, that, and the other to me, and thinking that I'm gonna just sit back and let you bully me. Now she got it's 3 females, 4 females versus me, but I didn't even know that they was coming for me until somebody sent me Trish video, and I'm like, I'm not even telling these people nothing.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
But you know, Trish playing with the right one.
I do know that. I do know that. I remember when Trish first started that campaign. Remember when she said she owned a prison
Yeah,
and all this
yeah,
kind of stuff? Was see that's that old school B sector. She said she owned a prison and she had started this No Dragging Kids campaign, and she put everybody in the
and
B
took them
section
people
name was
money.
on there. And she was like one of the first people who was doxing people because she put their addresses, all that stuff on there. And that was
Yep.
before I even knew what doxing was. But
Yeah, but
then
I want her to
time
play with
went
me
by
like
and
that.
it's like nothing ever became of it. And I'm like, the prison, where's the prison? It was kind of weird back then. One thing I learned is I take people as they are on here. I don't try to dive too far into people. I kind of take them as, table surface. You
Yep.
know what I mean?
Yep.
Because you never know who's on here being honest, putting 20 on 10, or just straight the fuck up lying.
Yep.
So I just
Yeah.
take it as YouTube, entertainment.
That's what it
That's
is,
it.
basically.
Hmm.
But people just pick with people and think just because they women that you can't the man can't defend himself. And I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, it's certain things that I don't agree with, and Ken, a lot of people don't agree with that shit. People don't agree
I
with
know.
Tracy, but people don't agree with. It's not just you. It's other people who done the shit, dragging kids and stuff like that. But you also, like they say, you can't tell nobody how to fight back, and
What I
you
mean,
know,
but these people act like kids are the only thing motherfuckers shouldn't be dragging about. Motherfuckers talk about people's health, people's dead people's like motherfuckers.
true,
A drag is a drag. It's no when you dragging, there's no rules. I
true,
never
Nope.
true.
heard such a thing.
And that's why I said, and that's exactly why I said, some people believe that you can't tell people how to fight because, honest to God, like I heard somebody say on here a while ago, somebody was talking about somebody's mama, like yo mama bitch or something like that. They like, oh, that's the shit we did all our lives. Like, what the fuck you
Yeah,
talking
like
about?
it started there. It started from the old mama jokes. Like now
Hell yeah,
motherfuckers been talking about people's mamas all their life. Now y'all want to get sensitive about kids.
girl. But don't let it be real life because before they can get the M to the O out, bow right in the mouth.
Right,
But that's
right.
how it was. Like the dozens. I mean, we talk about everything. Like your
Mm-hmm.
house, your mama on food stamps, your daddy on crack, stuff like that. But I understand we're more older and mature now. But I mean, you still can't tell people how to fight. But there are some things that do go down on here, and people be saying certain things about little kids. And I'm like, ooh, ouch, ouch, that. Mm-mm, mm-mm. But
Yeah.
you know,
Well,
it's the
I've
B
had
sector.
CPS call to me 4 times. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not even a part of the B sector. So
By them
it's
same
just like
people.
with people. Yeah, by the same people this lady sitting here trying to take up for. These people call CPS on me and my kids. And my kids is laying in their beds right now. I'm looking at my kids on their tablets in their beds. So it's kind of just like
Mhm.
people will like you know what I'm saying. People will be quick to try to deem somebody as a bad parent, but once you get CPS involved, I feel like that's where the lines is being crossed. When you got the balls to call CPS, like you physically there and know what's going on in somebody's household, or when you sit there and play with adult services, anything that got to do with the government or the police, y'all taking shit too far. You know what I'm saying? That's taking it too far. Words
Mhm.
like that shouldn't hurt you.
It can, and I don't play with the CPS stuff. And matter of fact, one thing that I said, I'm like, once I didn't say this on here, but just to myself in my own thoughts, like I'm glad my motherfucking kids is over age, because I swear, if somebody calls CPS on me, because like you know what, I done said this before. Hey Charlie, hey beautiful baby. I know Charlie done heard me say this before. Damn, my son just went to work because I would have him vouch for it. But all they motherfucking life while they was children, I had the CPS, the little magnet on the fridge.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like,
Yep.
whenever y'all think that somebody can do better, somebody can treat you better, somebody buy you those $200 motherfucking Jordans when you need some new shoes for basketball camp, and whenever you think that I'm being too abusive or whatever, there's the number right there. Right there. I
Exactly.
didn't even went to
Right.
my kids' school and whooped their ass at school. Like, what? The teacher called me 10
Yep.
times in one day, and I'm grounding you and taking away your shit and doing all this kind of shit, and you still want to act a motherfucking fool for your homeboys?
Yeah, but you
I
got
said,
these new age parents.
shit.
Yeah, you
These
got
new
these
age
new age
parents,
parents.
yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, that soft parenting shit. I was raised by OGs. Like my mama that raised me is 70 something years old. So all that soft parenting shit, I don't know nothing about that. My father was
Not
in the
at all.
military, you know what I'm saying, for 30 years. It's no such thing as soft parenting around here.
I had an OG triple D for a dad growing up, and I had a mama who was a saint. But I had the best of both worlds. But one thing my mother did not play
Yep.
with is disrespect. You acting up in school. And I remember the time my
Right.
mother, she tried to get, you know how parents get old and they all of a sudden they got grandkids. Don't be hitting me, don't be
I
doing
gotta I
that.
gotta
Man,
drop down, y'all.
what the
What's good,
fuck?
Dwayne?
Yeah.
Living my best life. And who else? Charlie, how y'all doing?
What up,
Uh,
Dwayne? What up, bro? How you doing?
thank you for letting me up. I'm gonna call you
Thank you,
later,
Ken.
Sonny.
And you know you
All
always welcome
right.
over here. I don't care what people say about you not coming. Ken,
Oh,
you always know you welcome over
I
here.
already know that. I know you're gonna have my back no matter what.
Yeah, bro.
And that's
Yeah,
why I
bro.
love you.
You know what it is. You know what it is.
Okay. See
Yeah.
y'all later.
All right.
All
All right.
right.
But yeah, Sonny, if you got to drop down too, I understand. But no, I was just saying, like, about this new school, the old parenting, the new parenting. I didn't have to whoop my kids all the time because, you know, I was very firm and shit like that. And I just took to the way
Yeah.
that they really like.
Yeah, that's how I be with
Mm-mm.
my kids. I might
Uh-uh.
yell, threaten their ass a little bit, but I don't gotta put my hands on
Hey,
my kids
boo.
for real.
Oh, I would threaten a kid in a heartbeat. Boy, if you don't get over here and clean up your room, I swear to God, you're going to be sleeping on the floor tonight. I didn't used to play with my kids like that. That's a nice bed in there. You like that bed?
Right.
Shit, you better people in Africa, they don't only need water and
Get
food,
that
but they want a bed
exactly.
too. Shit,
My
fuck
Exactly.
mom
that
and daddy
shit.
would have beat my. I
Shit.
wouldn't be alive today if I did half of what some of these kids are doing today. I
And they
would
want to
not be
call
here breathing.
CPS.
Yeah, my
Right.
mom and daddy would have handed me the phone and said, "Call them."
That part.
No, the one time when I told this story before, Charlie, you might have heard it, but one time my youngest, the one that just left, boy, when me and his dad separated, he was a whole clown, right? He was, you know how you separate and kids sometimes just show out, right? So he used to show out all the time. And one day he just showed out too much. And I was at work and I used to be in real estate. And that's when the shit hit the fan with the real estate market and everybody's losing jobs. And I was stressed out. He's stressing me out because he's showing out at school every day. Girl, I must have went home and stopped. I must have left the work and stopped by the house and grabbed my biggest belt and then drove up to the school and snatched him out and drug him down to the bathroom and whooped his butt. And
Okay.
then my mother, when she found out, oh my God, oh my God, they're going to call, oh my God, they're going to call CPS. Okay, well, leave my ass in jail. You pick him up and I'm going to do my time. Because I be goddamn if the government tell me how to raise my motherfucking kids and they showing their ass all the time in school. Girl, let
Yep.
me just say, after that time, I never got a phone call from the teacher. He would have never thought that I would come to school and whoop him.
Oh, I was too
Yep.
afraid
That
to
was all
even
it took. He was
act up in
embarrassed.
school. I knew when
Shit.
I got home, child, what was supposed to happen. And I knew, first off, when we get to the car, I'm getting it if they don't take me to the bathroom first. And then when I get home, I'm getting it again. So,
Yep.
I wasn't acting up in school. I knew better. I didn't act up when we went and visited company or nobody's house because I knew I would get it there and at home, and I'd be grounded. And you add a bunch of other stuff to it, have chores on top of that.
Girl, we could
Somebody
do anything
backstage.
out in the streets, but when it came to school or disrespecting grown-ups, oh, that was your ass, Mr. Postman.
Right.
But yeah, Sonny, I'm sorry to take over that little conversation right there, but it really
Oh
fucks me
no,
up.
girl, you
People
good.
call CPS, and sometimes they doing it just to be mean. It's not really because they really concerned about your kid. Because if your kid was out there in the street homeless, you think they gonna come and pick your motherfucking kid
Sure
up and
not.
take him to their
Nope.
house? No.
Nope.
Yeah, that part.
Hmm.
What's up, Creole?
Hey,
Hey,
my
Creole
sisters from
sister.
another Mr. Hey, and
How you
hello,
doing?
Sonny.
How you
Fine,
doing?
fine. Let me tell you, baby. I told man, yeah, they done told y'all about 911, and I want y'all to call. But remember, there's a time lapse between the phone call and them showing up. Ain't no telling what's gonna happen in between that time. So y'all might want to think that out.
Oh no.
Because
You
when
know
they come, they gonna have a reason to take me. Trust me, okay? So
you
That
Mm-hmm.
know how
part.
little
kids be hollering, they're gonna run away and stuff. I was talking to Miss B. Lachey. She was talking about how her daughter tried to. At least her daughter packed clothes. I was the dumb one, and I just packed a bunch of toys in my little. And your mama let you walk all the way to the end of the street. Say, oh no, go find you somewhere else to be. Child, you know how every kid tries that stuff when they're at least 5, 6, 7, 8 years old, and then they steadily looking back at you, hoping you say come back in the house, and then they get to the end of the road and they realize they got to come back.
Oh yeah, and us as parents, we'd be like, please. Well, I ain't never had that happen, but I was a runaway when I was a kid, and only ran a block away. But I had closed down at my homegirl's grandma's house. Every time I ran away, she'd be like, come on in, child, go to the basement. Your mama come get you in a few days. But yeah, but for the parents that do allow that to happen, I'm sure they'd be like, damn, I don't want them to leave. I don't want them to leave. But sometimes you got to teach them a lesson.
Yeah, I had to learn that. Like I got kicked out. I didn't have to run away. My dad got tired of my shit and drugged me out. And by the time I realized what was going on, I knew I had fucked up.
Yeah, I've been on my own since I was 17.
Same
I
here.
got emancipated at 17 years old. So I guess I've been on my own since I was a little bit of 16, but legally they emancipated me at 17. And so
I never even got emancipated. I just left. I remember leaving like 6 months before graduation, and I remember I was like homeless for about 2 or so years. And I had left like halfway before graduation and stayed here or there. I just remember I went to school all the time from wherever I lived. I would catch the bus. I had my books. I didn't have much else, but I loved school. So I wasn't dropping out of school because I wasn't at home. And I would just stay wherever. I graduated, cap and gown. I remember my mama came to the graduation and left right after graduation. I mean, it was like tense with us around that time. And I was still homeless at the time, but she came to my graduation, took her pictures, and left. And I was still homeless. But yeah, I was like, shit. It was just certain things that me and my mother didn't get along with. We didn't see eye to eye. And I figure sometimes, even though you don't want your kids to leave, sometimes your parents just got to be like, fuck it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sometimes
let them go and pray they end up on a good foot or nothing.
Because your child gonna come back once they see
right.
ain't shit out in this fucking world and how horrible it really is.
And I eventually did. I could come back and like chop it up with my bros and my sisters and shit like that, but yeah, it was like, it got to that point where I was like, fuck that. I'd rather be away from home because I'm telling you, one time me and my mother had almost got into it. She tried to whoop me when I was too old.
See, I was just a little bitty and when I tried that. I thought I wouldn't. Mama said, my mama told me, said, you ain't gonna live on my roof without, running by my rules. I wasn't but 6 or 7 when I did that. I thought I was doing something.
Look at you grown, bud.
I thought I was. I packed all my little toys. I think I might have been 6. I packed my toys. I didn't pack no clothes now because I wasn't old enough to think about that stuff. And I just put my little toys in a little backpack.
Man, I was telling you,
I was gonna go down the road. I didn't get not even to the end of the driveway. What the hell you talking?
At some point, as girls, we all think we're too grown for our mothers, and then in hindsight, we look back, especially when we have kids or be up in some fucked up relationship, and be like, "Damn, why I didn't listen to my mama?" But me and my mom, it got to the point where we couldn't be under the same roof, and it was either me or her. And I was that hothead where you ain't supposed to hit your parents, but it got to the point where she tried to hit me, and I knew I was too old to be getting whoopings. I'm like, fuck that. I snatched that belt. My auntie jumped in. Pooh, just go. Yeah, I'm going. Right. I would never say you shouldn't hit your parents or fight your parents. But sometimes
but it gets to that point
where we snap and we like, no,
and
let
that's
me
when
go.
the relationship change. Before then, that means that your relationships are the dynamics that change between parent and daughter. So you didn't see each other like that no more. It was like,
and I didn't see her as mama, and she didn't see me as daughter. And it was like I left, and I was gone for a couple of years. And once I realized I was pregnant, I knew that my mama was the kind of mama that I wanted in my children's life. She wasn't fucked up mama. She wasn't on drugs. She didn't abuse us. And we just got to that point where it's like, okay, it's not working. And I left. But ever since then, after I started, man, we was the best of friends. I'm talking every time me and my kids went out, she went, movies, dinners. I mean, it was like that. But there was a point in my life where I was like, I'd rather be out on the street than be at home.
That's
Y'all
me and my
both had to change, is
that's
what
Yep.
it
me and my
is.
mother now. Me and my mother now, we're the best of friends. It wasn't always like that because this is what I realized. The dynamics changed with me and her when she apologized. We was at church.
Mm-hmm.
We still wasn't really speaking to each other. It was cordial, like hello, hello. That was it, right? But
Right.
she asked, could she say something, and the pastor was like, sure, because everybody know my mama don't talk. Okay, so if she asked for the mic, it means something. And she said, yeah, I don't know. And she got to confessing a whole bunch of stuff. And I could just cry. I just sat there in that chair. And my husband was holding me. And I just cried. And she said, now I want to stand here today and ask my daughter to forgive me for everything I
Yeah.
did to her and
It's
everything.
powerful.
It shifted something in me, Because for her to
Yeah,
stand up
because
and say she was sorry,
She
yeah, I
took
I
think
was,
as parents,
responsibility.
well, I think as a young mother, I've only been a parent for 7 years. So it's just like I
okay.
feel like there's no instruction when it comes to
Right,
being a parent. And I
right.
feel like parents have a hard time admitting when they fuck up too.
Yep.
That's not an
That's true,
easy
Sonny. That's
thing to
true.
yeah, that's not an easy thing to swallow because we just want to protect our kids and do the best for them, but not understanding sometimes as a parent we can be too hard. We can
We make mistakes and we got to admit to them. Like
yeah,
when I'm gonna say this right now, there was one time because my son has never lied to me. When I tell you my son has never lied to me, and he's almost 17 years old, he did it one time. And when he did it that one time, then I started questioning him. I said, well, if you hadn't lied to mommy and came and told me the truth, then I would not question what you say. I would believe what you say right away with no question asked. But because you lied to me, now I don't believe you. And he had to earn back that trust. And I had to, there was one time I had to eat crow because he was telling me the truth and I found out about it. And I had to
right,
apologize for calling him a liar. But I also told him in that same sense, I am so sorry for not believing me. But you see what I said about when you lie, what happens and how nobody believes you? I said, this
right,
is the lesson right here. See how you were telling the
Mhm.
truth? And if you continue to tell the truth from here on out, I'll never question you again. And he ain't
right.
Absolutely.
never lied to me since that day.
Yep. And you see Fran's comment, ladies. I know some of us can agree with this. Sometimes our parents didn't show love the conventional way. My dad had to make me see that she showed love in the only way she knew how. And
There
I
you go.
literally
No,
was
I agree with
live
that.
yesterday. Was that
Yeah.
yesterday, Charlie? I was live or the day before? And I was talking about how me and my mother didn't have like a mother daughter relationship. Like
Hmm.
she never
Yeah,
taught me about boys. She never taught me about the birds and the bees. She never taught me about she was really religious and a Bible thumper, and all she believed in was God and don't have sex and don't that was
Yeah.
like it. And
Yeah.
I learned what I learned through boys, through men, through the street, through the homies, through gangs, through
same
relatives. She
here.
never
Yeah,
had that relationship. So when I say at 17, I left, some of y'all could probably understand like why I left because we never really had a mother daughter. I knew she
You
loved
had to
me,
learn the hard way.
but right, it was a lot of things I had to learn out there on the streets because I was learning them on the streets anyway.
yeah.
Shit, it
See,
got to a certain
for
You know
point
me,
where
what?
shit. Hmm.
it was between. I had knew I was adopted at 8. I knew my situation, my whole dynamic, by 8 years old. So I already understood that what was going on with my life, and then it didn't help that I had you know my school environment, the friends that I chose to hang around. It's just a mixture of a lot of things for me on how I turned out the way I turned out. But I feel like our stories are already written. God would never let us go through things that he don't think we can handle. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Now that I look
That's very
back,
true, Sonny. Very
yeah,
true.
now that I look back, I'm still thankful for like how I came out. I'm thankful for the hard times. I'm thankful for the disconnect with my parents and stuff like that because I had to grow up. It helped me grow up. It helped me, be strong on the outside of the home when mom and daddy wasn't there. Like, you know what I'm saying?
But there's a disconnect for a lot of y'all. Let me give a shout out to Living My Best Life OG. Thank you so much for the cash app. I mean, the super chat, baby. I thank you so much for that. I appreciate you. But for a lot of you
Yes.
ladies in the chat, what Sonny just said, the disconnect. to me, that disconnect with my mom helped me become the mom that I wanted my mom to
There you
be
go.
to my
Exactly. Yep.
Yep. That's it. Can I say?
yeah.
Can I tell a real quick story?
Go ahead, beautiful. Go ahead.
It's deep, but I'm gonna condense it, okay? And it's necessary. That's why I want to say
It's the
this real
hood
quick.
table, girl. You know where you at. Go ahead.
Okay. Okay. So y'all know I've told my story. I know about me being molested, incest, raped, all of that, right? So it made me a really strict parent, and I call myself really, really going to, keep my eye. And for the most part, I did do exactly what I said. I kept my eye on my kids. Blah blah blah. Well, one day, I think it was some type of church service we were in at my church at the time, and the pastor said, after church, I need y'all to stay because I need to, tell y'all something. So me, my late husband, and my mom, we all stayed after. And he said that my oldest daughter had something to say. Now, prior to that, I was into Iyanla Van Zon. I was into her for a while. And so she
Mhm.
wrote a book that says, One Day My Soul Opened Up, right? And in this book, it talked about what happened to this little girl, right? So I remember asking my daughter, has anybody touched you? And she looked at me real funny. Then she said, no, ma'am. And I didn't like how she looked at me. I said, are you sure? She said, yes, ma'am. Okay, fast forward back to the Sunday service. So my daughter stood in the middle of us and said, Mama, remember when you asked me if anybody touched me? And I said, no. I said, yeah. She said, well, I didn't know how to tell you. And she told me about my god uncle. Okay, his mother was my godmother. Him and my mother were brother and sister, god sister and brother. She told me what happened to her. It when I used to leave her with my godmother, and he so happened to be there. She told me what happened, that he was the one that was molesting her. Okay, I fell through the floor and everything because I call myself protecting my kids. These are people I trusted. Okay. Now, fast forward to a whole 6 months. We at this conference. I'm a church girl, so everything kind of revolves around church. Okay. So we at
Mhm.
this conference, and two of my daughters is with me. The oldest one, and this other one who is now an RN. Yes, praise God. Anyway, um, they asked, does anybody want to come up and say something that they've never revealed? So she gets up, the RN, right? She gets up and she goes up front. So I'm sitting here and everybody else is sitting here. She said, I want to let my mama know that not only did he touch my sister, but he was messing with me as well. Girl, you talking about I could have fell through the floor. You hear me? So when they admitted to me, like we actually sat down and had a conversation about all of that, y'all. Now my husband was on the lookout for him because he was gonna murder him. Okay, that's just who he was. And
Mm.
when they told me what used to happen to them, y'all, I took that on me by me being their mother. Okay, I had to forgive myself, and I only forgave myself about 5 years ago, maybe 6 years ago, because I wore that because I called myself a good mother. I'm not gonna let this happen to my kids like it happened to me. And here, the one person that I trusted actually was the one person who did that to them. So I'm saying, as a parent, we can learn from different things, from books, from TV shows, or whatever. When you feel something in your spirit, please address it. Because
Yep.
the
Address.
next time I read that book and it hit me hard, I went straight to my daughter as soon as I read that. And I asked her, and the way she responded to me, I knew. I knew, but I just couldn't wrap my mind around it. Like, who did I let them around, that do something like it, and everything. But my kids didn't blame me because they knew I was a good mother.
Yeah,
And
you a good mom. It's not your
yeah,
fault. You know what I'm
it's just
saying?
that sometimes we worry, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. I
yeah,
got
you
two
get what
daughters.
I'm saying.
I noticed. I know exactly what you're saying. You know?
Yeah. So I just wanted to share that because sometimes you can do everything right and bad things still happen.
Well, you see what they
Yep.
say, Creole, in the chat is
What?
they living my best life, and thank you so much. Again, I appreciate you living my best life. Um, she said we cannot be everywhere. I swear to God, I don't know how this conversation came back to
Thank
come
you,
up
boo.
after I was live the other day because I had Jay Dunn on my panel the other day. We was talking about the shit that happened with Catherine Powell, and a lot of y'all didn't heard about it, right?
Yeah.
You know, she was 15, he was 29, you know. And I had said something to Jay Dunn. I said, Jay Dunn, you know what? After I had my kids, what I told my oldest son who got the baby about his child. And she said, what? I said, anytime he comes home, I don't care where it's fucking from. If it's daycare, my house, his other grandma's house, his cousin's house, you check his ass.
There you go.
Mm.
And Jay
Come
Dunn was
on.
like, what? Huh?
Yeah.
I said,
Mhm.
Jay Dunn, I am from that era where that shit happened all the time in families.
Yes.
I said, I
Yes.
didn't have people do shit to me that was unacceptable. And my sons know who they are and
Okay.
they know my story because me and my sons always had an open book policy when I was growing up. I ain't tell them everything. You know, we got to keep certain shit to ourselves. We can't tell our kids everything, but they know enough to know this shit happens in families. I don't want you to have children and think, oh, that shit just happened to them or it just happened to
Yep.
them. Or you know what I'm saying? I always taught them, I don't care if it's a coach, cousin, whatever, if somebody even look like they want to touch on you, you better let me know. And so I taught him that from the time my grandbaby was born, and he's 3 now. And even when he's here now, when I be bathing him and stuff, yeah, I make sure to inspect. I said, because if you don't, and something is going on with your child,
Well,
it's our responsibility to
yes.
know. It's
Yes.
we can't be everywhere and we won't know anything, but you have to at least check your children, especially when they're young. You are the one bathing and washing them till they get older, you know, and they can
Yeah.
do it themselves. But
Yeah.
you have to
Mm-hmm.
make sure you making sure the same way they left your house is the same way they came back to your house.
And that's
Because
why I
you
That
wrote
can't
part.
just
them
let the
books.
shit just keep going on and on and on, and you be like, "Oh my god, how did I know?" Especially with a little child. I mean, come on now. It don't take much for you to realize something is wrong
Something is wrong.
with a
Right.
child, right?
And that's why I wrote those books, because a lot of people, I realized, especially by me being a minister, there's a lot of people that's bleeding while leading, and a lot of people who sits in these pews every Sunday that cannot talk about what's going to happen to them. And so, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
you'd be surprised how many people that's in their 60s and stuff that just have not opened up because they don't, you know what I'm saying? And I think we need more conversations like this.
And
And
they will
who,
never open up.
right,
Some people will never open up, whether it was uncle, daddy, grandpa, cousin,
there you
brother.
go.
They will
Yep.
always, and that's the old school way to keep it
Whatever
swept
goes
under
on
the
in this
rug.
house, it stays
But
in
you
this
know what
house.
happens when you live by that? What goes on in this house stays on this house. Let's sweep it under the rug. What ends up happening in a family, Creole?
It
That
Generational.
person
come
does
on,
what?
generational. Come on.
That person keeps doing shit to other
Yep.
Yep.
people, and
And
Yep.
it
then that
becomes a
same
generational
person.
curse.
I know a
Mm-hmm.
real life story. Let me say this real quick. I know a real life story, real life, and some people listening might they close to me. They know what I'm talking about, but I ain't gonna say no names. But I know a real life story, and I interviewed this person on my show a couple of years ago. He is in prison right now for life for raping somebody, and he's also a pastor's son, the son
Mm.
of my pastor when I was
Okay.
growing
Mm.
up. So one day I did a show. I hit him up and I'm like, bro, how the fuck you end up in the situation you in? So the show, if anybody wants to go back and check it out, it's called From the Pulpit to the Prison.
Okay. I'm gonna look at that. Okay.
Okay, so it's called From the Pulpit to Prison or something like that. I can't remember the exact title. But he basically is in prison for life for some shit. And come to find out, this motherfucker been doing shit to a lot of people over the years since he was little. And a lot of it was in the family. I'm
Oh
talking cousins,
Mm.
wow.
nieces, brothers, like all kind of motherfuckers. And some
Wow.
people knew about it and they didn't do anything about it. So what did he continue to do? He went
Kept on
started going through
doing it.
the whole.
Right.
I'm talking girls and boys. He was going through the whole family, and now he's in prison for life. He's been in prison for about 15 years, and he'll never get out for
Mm.
one incident. And you know what that one incident was? With his
What?
wife involving her children. We talking about 10,
No.
15, 20 years later. And now he finally in prison. He could have been in prison and now have ruined all these other children's lives. And now the lives of another family as well.
Oh wow.
So that's what I'm saying. A lot of people are trained what goes on in this house stays
Stays
in
in
this
the
house.
house.
And what
Yep.
happens is that person keeps doing it over and over and over again till he destroys every family that he becomes involved with. And that's what happened to this guy. And he was a good friend of mine. Still is.
Hmm.
Honey, the one cousin that I have my second child by, he's dead now, but honey, they most of my family on that side, honey, they stopped speaking to me. I became the outcast because I screamed and told everybody until somebody finally listened to me. So they embraced him. They couldn't stand me. They still, honey, even up until the time he died, they were still just loving on him, wouldn't even speak to me. But I
That's
found
how
out
it be
that
sometimes.
through my, because I told y'all on my dad's side we're Indian as well, and I found out that how they deal with things is they want the bloodline to be real close, to keep it circulating so it won't thin out. Well, I ain't really know nothing about all that because I was mostly raised up under my mother. Didn't know how that family got down. Now my daddy wasn't with it. He was like, oh no, he tried to kill him. But that's what they believed in. It was like, we want to keep the bloodline pure. So they didn't see nothing wrong with, first cousins and stuff having sex and blah blah blah. So it's weird, girl. It's weird. You'd be surprised what people endure.
Hmm.
It's just weird. But I
Yeah.
always tell people, don't feel sorry for me, honey, because I'm more than a conqueror. I don't, honey, who I stand on my adversity. Who
I
I
know that's right. And Catherine Powell is in the chat. And Catherine Powell, I just want to say kudos and shout out to you because somebody asked me the other day. They was like, a lot of y'all be up here talking about the R. Kellys and the P. Diddy's, and y'all had the same shit going on with y'all, and y'all ain't never speak about it. I said, J Dunn, where we at? We in the motherfucking B sector. A lot of us don't want to tell our fucking stories to y'all because
okay.
y'all skeptical and y'all act like let me tell you this, you guys, and we don't have to stay on this topic because I know
No,
it's
we
kind of
don't.
deep,
Mm-mm.
but I just want to say this to Catherine. Kudos to you for sharing your story. I heard it before. Some people just now hearing it, but I heard it before years ago. But a lot of people do want to put all the weight on the woman and not on the man. They be like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, well, you would be a fan.
Mm-hmm.
You were out there doing the same shit I did when I was fucking around with older dudes, the same shit a lot of people did back in the 80s and 90s and early 2000s and still do. Here, he got a car, he got a job. Oh my God, he got money. All kind of shit. Like, we don't want no young, snotty ass kid who is still, you know what I'm saying? But you
Right.
know what I'm saying? We want a
Mama.
man.
Hmm.
But anyway, so I don't judge her over that at all. I'm just like, fuck, I have the same fucking story. Almost every female I know had the same fucking story. It ain't
Give
nothing
us
new
to
under the
know.
sun. And that was the name of my video the other day, ain't nothing new under the sun. But when it comes to these type of things that go on, a lot of times men,
We
we
correct.
might tell our story all the time, right? We might tell our
Right.
story with no we no shame. But do you
Okay.
find
I
it
don't
women
know.
don't
Now
get
that
out
I've
here
been
and
on
tell their story?
YouTube, now that I've been
Girl,
on YouTube, I'll be a little skeptical because these motherfuckers will be quick to push
and
a
you can
narrative.
be. You have every right to be skeptical. But what I'm getting at, Sonny baby, is we women are more able to share our stories than the men who was the older man fucking with the younger girls. They ain't gonna come on here and tell their story. A lot of the guys who might be watching us tell our stories, I ain't gonna hold you in my lemon voice, but they are some older men who was probably fucking around with some little girls, but they ain't gonna come on here and tell their story
Yeah, I mean, there's women out here that be fucking with little
with
boys.
little
My baby,
boys.
my baby daddy, he was molested by his daddy's baby mama. Right, some sick shit.
I know a
And you
man
know
who
what?
was
Also,
fucked by a lot
you
of
got to
older
be
people.
careful where you tell your story at too, because not all channels are created equal. Like the Hood Tables channel,
Yep.
yes, Charlie's, yes, mine, yes, because we are more, especially me. Even though I support the beef sector and I've been in the beef sector ever since I came on, my
Right.
channel is a beef sector channel.
Right.
you know, talk about everything else. But yeah, you got to watch where you tell your story at too,
You
because some people
absolutely
just
Hmm.
have to.
information just so they can, criticize you, I drag you, and all this and stuff. And some things ain't dragging.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
And
telling
we
you,
don't
I
play
don't.
that shit over here. We have
Right?
always, from day one, we discuss everything from the hood to the White House over here. No
Come
shame,
on.
no judgment. Because a lot of shit y'all talk about and y'all be about, I say this sometimes to people in the background. They be like, girl, did you hear about such that they on Section 8? Well, I ain't gonna talk about her. I grew up on Section 8 and food stamps. I ain't
Right.
gonna talk about that fat girl because I'm
Okay.
fat too. I ain't gonna talk about that shit. It's certain things that people over here talk about and drag about, but they done been through the same exact shit. But they'll
Ain't
never
got no
tell
room to
you.
talk.
They ain't got
Hmm.
no room to talk. So it's certain things. Y'all been following me long enough. Y'all know it's certain things I do not jump on the bandwagon with. Because I'm like, how can I talk about a broke bitch when I grew up broke? Shit, you know what I'm
Well,
saying? Like
come
we
on.
was in the welfare line, the cheese and butter line. We was in the free clothing lines. We was in the free Christmas Santa Claus giveaway lines. I'll never talk
Okay.
about somebody being broke or living in the projects or living on. I'll never,
Girl, I
because
wear
that was
my
my life.
projects as a badge of honor, honey. I grew up in the projects, and if you could survive mans, you could survive anywhere.
Girl,
So,
I grew up in the hood, born and raised, and I still live in the motherfucking hood. Okay,
Hmm.
and I ain't
But
I ain't ashamed of it.
I gotta get down, you guys, so I can get ready for
it
All
was
right,
my
nice
baby.
live. I
talking to you,
appreciate
honey.
y'all for
Thank you for staying
welcoming
up
me
here
over
this long with
here.
us, Charles.
Yeah.
Thank you for all of us to stand up this long with us, Solid Sunday, because I know
Yeah,
you got
boo.
things to do and you got kids. So I appreciate you.
Yes. Thank you.
It's nice talking to
All right,
you.
boo.
You
Nice
too,
talking. All
love.
right.
Definitely.
All right.
It's
Bye.
been a pleasure, definitely. And thank you, Tay Bay. Thank you for the super. She said we miss you out here. You know what? I had to take a hiatus. I had too much going on, and I was not in the right mind for all the shit that our family was going through for some
I
time. And
know. Yeah,
that's
you were
why
through a
everything I
lot.
try to upload during Christmas was something positive, something about Christmas, something about family. Because I was not in the right mind to be coming out here trying to do some commentary. I really wasn't. I'm just being honest.
Yeah, I knew you was going through a lot, and I kept you in prayer. And I used to tell my lives, I'd be like, y'all make sure y'all keep the hood table in prayer. My boo going through, you know. So yeah, I knew. I knew. Charlie, you still here?
Yeah, just barely alive.
But you know
Uh-uh.
how sometimes you tell stories on here and you be a little transparent and everybody don't believe what you say. So some
Yeah,
people won't believe that I had 7 deaths in my family this year, starting from the summer. Some people
baby.
won't believe we had 3 of them in the last 3-4 weeks. You know what I mean?
Okay.
That people gonna go through and they gonna look and they gonna try to find a picture. You know all that kind of bullshit.
Yeah,
And so, to the people who know me, and especially the people who might be friends with me on Facebook or IG or whatever, they see the things that me and my family might be going through. And so, for those people who sincerely was looking out for me, whether it was just a prayer or my condolences, or if
yeah.
people donated to like funeral funds or anything like that, I really do appreciate everyone who reached out to me because it's been a hard year for a sister. Okay,
I know it's
like
right.
started with the death of my little cousin who died instantly from heat stroke this summer. That was just like instantly out of nowhere. That's where it all started. So it's been a rough year. It's been a rough
Yeah.
year. We do, Tay Bay. Sometimes we got to put ourselves first, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I was still supporting a lot of y'all. Charlie and them will tell you, Creole. I was still in y'all
Yep.
chat,
Yep.
sharing y'all videos. You know, I'm still gonna support my peoples. But yeah, I just wasn't mentally. Yeah.
And no, yeah, I understand that, honey. You got to take it when you can, you know? So
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
tell you, I'm looking forward to what I'm making me to eat tonight. I am making me some crab salad.
Ooh,
I,
that sounds good.
yes, ma'am. I cannot wait. I got my stuff in there just prepared. I'm like, whew, I gotta have some. So
Homemade crab salad is really good, but y'all, if y'all want like the next to like one that I really stand behind is the Walmart brand. There's this
really,
Walmart crab salad, and I swear I buy it maybe once every other month and get me some crackers. It is so good. And I mean, if you can't make it for yourself or just don't feel like it, that Walmart crab salad, man, I'm telling you, ooh God, it's so good.
I'm gonna have to go
It's
back
so
there and get
good
that.
and juicy and flavorful and All you need is some crackers. You don't even got to season the shit. Just all you need is some crackers.
Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to do something light because Kentuckiana, we are under the winter storm, and
Same here. Somebody was saying y'all state earlier. Somebody else must be in your state because they was in my chat earlier saying they
yeah, we
preparing for the snow. Yeah, or a
state of
storm.
emergency, and right here
Us
in
too.
my city, we got 6 inches. So, and
Oh
now
wow.
it's
Well,
sleeting or icing or something is doing. So,
Yeah, ours is going to start in a few hours. They first said 5 o'clock, then they moved it up to 4 o'clock, then they moved it up to 3 o'clock. I'm looking out the windows and I don't see anything yet, but they have been treating our streets like nonstop over the last 24
see, y'all
hours.
get y'all streets treated. We do not. We
I
screwed it
know.
when it happens. But we supposed to have what they're worried about with us is supposed to rain all day and the temperature's gonna steadily drop. We're worried about freezing rain.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
that's the worst part, the freezing rain.
yep, that's what
Mhm.
I'm praying about now because that's what it's doing now. It's the freezing rain that's done
Yep.
started.
And I'll be right back. Y'all hold me down while I use the restroom,
Okay,
please and thank you. All right.
all right. But yeah, I'm gonna go in here in a few minutes and make this crab salad, honey, because I want to eat light. And I'm like,
I
oh,
Well, my husband made us some. He made us some uh pasta and sauce with some. We had two different kind of meatballs. One Italian and one was the Italian meatballs, and the other one was the makes what it's like a beef Angus beef, and we were going to try those to see how good they were. It was and they were pretty good actually.
oh wow, I bet they were. You know what I love? Carbonara.
Mm.
Oh, I love carbonara. I promise you I do. I had it at this restaurant called Lulu's.
My
And
husband can't stand it. You want to know why?
why?
He got sick one time and it went up his nose.
Uh-uh.
Ever since then, he ain't been able to look at it right.
Bless his heart and all his parts. Oh my goodness. Uh-uh.
He has vertigo from his Meniere's ear disease, and
Okay.
Okay, I'm back.
sometimes he'll get it so bad that he gets, really,
Yeah.
really sick. And so he ate carbonara one day, and that happened. And he ever since then he ain't been able to touch it. But I love me a good old Italian. Ooh, I love when I go to
Okay.
New York and get me some of that good food. Mm.
Look at Fran talking about commodities. Y'all know I know all about the commodities growing up.
Okay.
The
Now.
powdered eggs, the chicken in the can, the beef in the
Yeah.
That
can,
big cheese you got from.
that big block of cheese.
Yeah.
That when it went bad, mama would just cut the bad piece off and give you the
Oh,
rest.
honey, that is my husband. My late husband, good grief, I reckon. We be in the kitchen and he'll say, ooh, I'm gonna fix me a sandwich. It be some cheese in there, it have a little mold on it. He'll say, let me cut this off. He's just so country. Let me cut this off. Y'all want some? The kids be
That was
looking at me
my
like you crazy.
mama.
I said, oh no, we ain't eating that, baby. You can have it all to yourself.
Yeah, you better not throw that shit. You better not throw that away. Shit, you eat that stuff. Cut it off. Cut it off. I'll be like,
Honey.
you know what? And Catherine Powell said in the chat that crab salad at Walmart, it is delicious.
Is it the Walmart brand? Because I'm gonna look
It's
for
not
that.
Walmart brand. It's not
Okay.
Walmart brand. I just said it's from Walmart, but I don't even know what brand it is, Creole. But the lid has like an orange color around the outer layer of the lid or
Okay.
around the outer side of the lid. But every time I order like online, if I'm ordering delivery or something, I put in crab salad, and it's like the only one that pops up. So I don't think they
Okay.
have a whole bunch of different ones. But
I've
yeah.
been looking for that, honey. Trust me.
Yep.
I
And thank you so much for the prayers and condolences, Catherine Brown. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
mm-mm.
Yeah, a lot of people is looking not looking forward, but sitting by waiting for the snow, and some people are already dealing with the snow. So just as our weatherman say, like I'm sure y'all's do too, when bad weather come, if you don't have to go out, don't
Stay
go
in.
out.
Mm-hmm.
And when they say bad weather coming, like I'm from the Midwest, so we train. We be stocked up days in advance.
Yeah.
So when a snow, when they could say we get 12 inches, shit. Oh well. we good. We got our pop, our snacks, our liquor, our food, our bread, our butter, tissue. We got it all. We good. Just sitting here waiting.
Honey.
But
Oh,
yeah. Hey Bree, how you doing, boo? Hey Bree, I just love that hair on Bree.
uh-huh.
Ooh. I just love that hair on Bree. Bree over there be looking. She be over there being fast too. I've been hearing her talking about she got somebody on there.
Yeah, Bree got a man at
At home.
home.
Bree got a man at home.
I love that
You
hair
know
so
we gotta
much.
mess with the girl.
When I first
Shoot.
saw it, Bree had to get me because I thought it was her real hair first. And I was like, girls, your hair don't grow so
Because her
much.
hair is that long anyway.
I
Like
know. And then she was like, girl, this ain't my hair. So I was like,
when
oh,
I first
snap.
saw her with the big hair, I just knew that was her hair. She kept it was funny, Bree, because you kept talking about I'm gonna get my hair done. I'm gonna be there like 2 weeks before Thanksgiving or some shit like that. So when she got the hair done, I'm thinking she just had her hair out and she was still going to get her hair done until I realized that was her hair. I mean, the hair that you was. I'm like, girl, you. And somebody even in the chat said, girl, you could wear your own hair like that. Shoot, I wish I had all her hair. Shoot.
Okay.
But yeah, it's real cute. It's real cute. But yeah, I'm about to get my ass off of here. We've been on here about a couple hours. I had made a promise after my hiatus that I was going to at least come live at least every other day, at least for 30 minutes or so. So I'm trying to stick to that promise because first of all, I do miss being around my peoples, even though I still support people from the chat, even if I'm not going live. I miss the interaction. And if
Yeah.
you're a content creator, a serious content creator, you know what I'm talking about. But
Yeah.
sometimes, like somebody said, sometimes you have to take time out for yourself, especially when your family is going through shit. You got to take time out for yourself because your head already be fucked up.
Right.
Your head already be fucked up. So a lot of times the shit on here I can support, but I really don't want to talk about it. You know, all the beefs and things like that when I'm going through shit. So I'm the type of person I just sit back and be like, I'm gonna watch some Netflix or some Hulu, but I'll still support y'all in the chats and share y'all out and all that shit. But I'm glad to be back, and I'm just gonna try to, do
You
my
know we
best.
love our the hood table, girl. And you know
Yes,
I've
The
always
we
hood,
been
do.
first.
Yeah.
yep, always keeping the hood over here. But
Okay.
there is something that I might have in the works with oh god, now I can't remember her name. The lady who does all the cooking videos, what is her name?
Kimmy.
No,
Oh.
she's in our sector.
What
Jill
you
Snooker's
know?
on.
She always have like wine glasses and music in the videos and
I must don't see her.
DC Kool-Aid.
no. Oh my
It ain't
god.
Jill, right?
Jill.
Oh,
Jill.
okay, I know. I was wondering. I was
Yes.
asking if it was one of
Jill.
the two because I be watching their cooking stuff. So
Yes. So me and Jill, we might have something in the works because Jill likes to cook, and I'm a custom cake decorator. So we're thinking of maybe doing some shows, maybe once a month or something like that, where she like create a meal live, and I'll be on the other screen decorating a cake. Like you're making the main course, and I'm making the desserts. So something like that for the new year. So
now, I
I'm a
did. I'm snitching. I'm supposed to snitch on myself. The hood
oh.
table. I did. I was over there, not in the Mo 3 sector, but kind of in the Mo 3 sector. There's some ladies over there who do cake decorating. There was a lady over there. I told her that if she wanted to hit up somebody about cake decorating and doing some content about it, she should hit you up.
Well, that's cool, Charlie. That's my love, right?
So that's why I said that, because she said that's what she's into. She's cake decorating and doing cakes and all that stuff. So I said, well, you need to go up there if you're gonna be in the beef sector. Go over there to the hood table. I said that's what she does.
That
Y'all
is
should
what I
create some
love
content
to do.
together.
That's
And I
what's
don't
up.
even be posting all my shit. If I posted all my shit on here, I drive y'all nuts. But I don't even post all my work on here. I just if I get like a couple of orders a week, I'll post one order or something like that. But yeah,
I'm trying to
that's
bring together
really what I
people
love
who
to do.
do similar content, you know? So I got a
Mhm.
heart like, but I love you, girl. I'm gonna go ahead and draw down, let you do your
I love
outro.
you
Me
guys too.
too.
I love you
Love you,
guys too.
Creole.
Love
Bye.
you too, Charlie. Thank you, the
All
hood
right,
table. Love
Creole
you,
baby.
boo.
All right. Thank you for joining me today.
No
And
problem.
thank you everyone for joining us today. I appreciate everybody for sliding through on us while we discuss some of the latest hot topics in the B sector. And I hope you guys been enjoying the shows over the past few days. Depending on what's going on, because none of the shows that I really review are on right now. Y'all know I tend to review the same shows every season. So none of those shows are back yet. So I'm just mainly doing like commentary on hood news, B sector, maybe a little trending shit, maybe. But I'll try to keep you guys entertained as much as I can, at least every other day. At least every other day. But oh, you let it, girl, when I tell you, the lady who orders that for her, now she's a long time customer. I did her kids cakes when they were kids. I did her kids graduation cakes. You know, she always comes to me for her cake needs. So when I found out she had a grandbaby, I said, now you know I better be the one to making a birthday cakes for their first birthday. So she hit me up and she told me she wanted the smash themed cakes, and I couldn't wait because one thing about it when you a cake decorator, it's one thing to just decorate a cake, just decorate a regular cake. But when they come to you for the kids, like the kids are the most exciting cakes to make because not only do kids, they're very visual. And especially if they have a favorite cartoon show or a favorite toy or something like that, and you bring that theme to life through the desserts, oh, that just make a whole kid's day for their birthday. So I love seeing the excitement in their eyes and hearing from their parents, oh my God, thank you so much. You know, because usually when they give you a theme, the whole party is a theme, right? You might be doing the Minion cupcakes or Superman or Spider-Man or whatever, but they got the whole theme at the party. They got the tablecloths and the cups and the spoons and the backgrounds and the backdrops and, you know, all that kind of shit. So for you to have that shit displayed on a table and just fitting in with the theme, and a child see their cake and cupcakes and other table treats, that's just everything for me. So yes, my favorite thing to do is to decorate for kids, especially when there's some characters that I got to create by hand and, you know, put a lot of thought into it. So yeah, she really loved it. Her grandson loved it. Her kids loved it. You know, so yeah. It was a hit. It was a hit. And thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that. And thank you for sharing the Cash App again. For those who want to donate to the platform, if you if you enjoyed the show and were entertained and you want to bless me, $ the hood table 402. Thank you so much for those who hit the Cash App and the Super Chat today. All the people who donated by Super Chat, I really appreciate you. I thank you guys for that. And also make sure you like and share the video if you haven't already done so, please. And thank you very much. I'll be out in the streets checking out y'all commentary as usual while I'm sitting over here on this cold winter snowy day. Stay safe, be blessed, remain vigilant at all times, and as we always say, always remember to keep it hood. I'm out. Y'all have a great day as well.